Alright guys, so we are starting today's leg day squat sesh with some front squats. I've already started warming up and I am just pouring in sweat. Alright guys, this was my first squat day back in the gym post-quarantine. And if you know me, you know I have a burning hate for squats 90% of the time because I just quite simply suck at squatting. But for nearly a year, I haven't really progressed in my squats. In fact, I've actually lost strength from squats over the past 2 years, which is a little unfortunate. A huge part of this is likely just because of how often I've been working these music tours for the past couple of years and my inconsistency with training heavy. It's never that I stop training, it's just that I change how I'm training quite often. So this whole quarantine really didn't feel different to me. It just felt like I was going on another music tour for 3 months again. Now that my quarantine is over for now, I'm really focused on building up my hypertrophy with higher reps and moderate sets. For this day, we're doing some 4x10s. This is no joke. Alright guys, our second movement of the day is going to only be 2 sets, but we're going to continue with squats. We're going to actually do some above parallel pause squats, and this is to help with some of my weaknesses in the squat itself. So hopefully this will make us stronger coming back into it. Again, this is mostly hypertrophy work that we're doing. We're in a hypertrophy phase right now, so it's a lot of high rep movements today. This should be relatively easy, but the front squats were not easy, and so I'm not sure what to expect here, but this is supposed to be RPE 6. Both the front squats and the above parallel pause squats are supposed to be RPE 6. I'm having a really tough time, not gonna lie, gauging the RPE 6. This was more so feeling like an 8.5 for the first for the front squats, but hopefully this will be closer to a 6. I'm just a little off on gauging everything, so I'm kind of overshooting my numbers here, which you don't want to do. Today I am. It's been a while since I've been in the gym, so we're overshooting a little bit more. Maybe a little bit of ego lifting, even though I did go, oh my god, did you just see that? That is like sweat dripping off my face. So maybe a little bit of ego lifting too, not wanting to drop the weight, but you know, every lifter deals with it. Just being honest, do not want my lifters doing this. So do as I say, not as I do. That being said, let's get into our next set of squats. So we are doing our above parallel pause squats here. I actually may change this variation up to be a full pause squat just below parallel rather than above parallel to really help me with maintaining tension in the hole and to help me to stop using that elasticity or the bounce from the bottom of the squat to help me get up. We've got a lot to work on, and it's really just quite frustrating to see my squat so weak right now. But these are those above parallel pause squats. You can see that I'm really struggling with that tension here. So that's always fun, but yeah, this is originally to help me with some other weaknesses that I had, and I'm discovering that I have some new weaknesses that I need to work on, which is not uncommon considering 3 months of no barbell training, so it's to be expected with some new weaknesses that may pop up. Oh my god. Alright, so we are now on to accessory work, and full disclosure, I am already dying. I've already done my first set of my first superset, and it is killer. My legs just gave out, just trying to stand up after my glute bridges, and so that's kind of how today's going for me. So our first superset here is split squats and glute bridges. You know, on social media, you see a lot of people going heavy with these movements, but it's important to understand that you should not go heavy for the sake of looking strong. This took me years to realize this, and the only reason I've had to stop doing this was because I realized it created imbalances and injuries that I've now had to spend years to correct, and am still correcting and working on. So don't go heavy just for the sake of it. You'll end up doing it wrong. If you have improper form, you will get imbalances, and do it when it's necessary, but only if you can do it properly. Now we are moving on to Bulgarian split squats or back foot elevated split squats. They're essentially the same thing, and I really hate these. I hate all lunge-based movements. They just really suck, and that's that, but they are great at building those quads, and sometimes you just have to do stuff you hate. But I superset these with cable glute pull throughs. I'm not gonna redo that. I've read on this stupid freaking voiceover so many times because I'm stuttering on my words, so here's the reality of me. But yeah, so we're supersetting these with those cable glute pull throughs. I am twerking. That is killer. Oh my lordy. You see all that sweat? Look at that. I am just drenched right now. This is wild. Alright, and for our last superset, we are going to do some step-ups. I hate these too, as you can imagine. And anyways, we're going to superset those with some glute ham raises. With this, I focus on rounding my upper back. By doing this, you put more of the tension on the glutes rather than the low back, which your lower back is still going to work during this. But do you see how with these, I'm rounding that upper back just a little bit to activate the glutes more? You can see the glutes really contracting a lot better when you do that. So try that out if you haven't been doing that already with your back extensions. Oh boy, okay, that caught me off guard. And for that final movement, we are going to do some weighted planks. And this is a movement that almost everyone should be incorporating into their routine. They don't necessarily have to be weighted, but planks in general are a great movement to incorporate. They suck, but they're a great movement for powerlifters to build their core up and to practice proper form, which can be translated into the squat and deadlifts as well for proper bracing. So really just helps build that core up, which is important for powerlifters and really for everyone. So I highly recommend everyone doing planks in their program, even though they suck big time. Oh, it's already recording. All right, guys. Well, I did not film an outro because I'm an idiot, so that's it for today's video. Cannot freaking talk. I'm just stuttering all over the freaking place. But here's the outro. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave it a thumbs up. It helps me out a lot, and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks, guys.